Morning, people. Today is a cold day in January and I am going out for my next mission, the next challenge that we are doing, me and Arjan Wilmsen. We have been doing a few videos challenging each other. He is in Holland and I am in Iceland, and we are going to do the same project once a week. Today is going to be Panorama, and I'm heading out to find some good subject for it. So let's go. I think I found the subject to photograph. There's a mountain over there, which was, by the way, completely lit by the sun just a couple of minutes ago when I pulled over. But now the clouds seem to be moving up, and I might have to wait for the light to come back. The clouds are moving very fast now because it's windy, and I get snowstorms coming over in between. Between the snowstorms you have a nice, beautiful, bright day, and this might be happening just now. I can see them coming over this way, so I might have to wait a little bit. I'm going to start to prepare the shot that I'm going to be doing. For this one, I am using my 100 to 400 millimeters lens, and I am going to shoot a vertical panorama, which is for that you need to have a good L bracket like I have, where you can put it vertical on your tripod and pan it like that. You can also use the foot on the lens, place it like that, which is probably a better choice because it's a heavy lens. It's front heavy. So I put it on my tripod like this, so I can easily swivel it around. The next thing I want to do is set up the camera down there, and I have another tripod which I'm going to be using also. I'm just quickly gonna show you how my tripod works. It's a Sirui tripod, and you can control the base, swiveling the base like this, or you can swivel the top, just the top part, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to balance the lower part like it is horizontal, and then I can use this one for the panorama, so it is the same height all the way through. So now I'm leveling my tripod, make it absolutely horizontal on the lower part. Yep, there it is. And then I adjust the top one so I can use that to swivel around. Okay, I think this is good. I'm gonna lock the lower one so it's not moving. I'm only going to move the top part. And here comes the camera again. on top of it. And then I can start shooting and setting up my composition. There you can see what I'm looking at. I want to get a picture with this riverbed in the foreground and the mountain in the back and some part of that. There's a small birch forest over here on the other side of the river. The light hasn't come back yet. You can basically see that the light is on the clouds over there, so I might have to wait a little bit just to get the right shot. So when I take shots like this, the panorama, you have to use manual setting on your camera. You can basically choose where you focus. You can choose your focus point and then just shoot with a 2-second timer. I'm going to put on the timer now. Here goes, 2 seconds. That's because when you press the trigger, the camera isn't moving while it's taking the shot. So I'm starting a little bit here to the left. I want to get some part of the sky and a little bit open space around the shot. So I'm focusing on the center of the frame. I'm setting my camera to f11 and ISO 100, and the shutter speed is going to be probably 100. Seems like it, yeah, that's gonna be a decent light. So I'm starting to shoot here. Here's the first one. And then when I move the camera, it's good to move it like 1/3 into the first image. And you can focus again, you have the same focus point and take the shot and just continue like that. 2 seconds, here it goes. And shot number 4. So this might be 7 or 8 shots that you are making in this panorama. And when you're shooting vertical, you will get a huge file, especially if you have a high megapixel sensor like this Sony camera, the A7R3. It's 42 megapixels each picture, and when you combine 8 pictures, you're going to get a huge panorama with high resolution. Yeah, this is my first panorama here today, and you can see it here. There's a good advantage when you have a lens like this. You can also shoot it at more than 100 millimeters. You can zoom in and get a close-up shot of some details in the back, and that makes the panorama even more interesting, because then you find some subject that you would probably not have seen before or just overlooking. So I'm going to make another panorama at 400 millimeters, just like that. and everything is set up correctly now. Maybe 300 millimeters is better. This is a little bit too tight, and the same settings. I probably will make it a little bit brighter because there's a cloud coming in. You can even see it snowing now, starting to snow. So I'm changing the shutter speed to 1/60th, and I often take off my image stabilization when I'm shooting at this, 400 millimeters. So you put it on off here on your lens, because the camera tries to stabilize itself even though it is on a tripod. So that can produce some shaking instead of taking it away. So here goes. I'm going to shoot this, a few shots of that same mountains, but with the 300 millimeters. There you go. But there are also other ways to make a panorama. You can make a vertical panorama, shooting like 3-4 frames, starting from the bottom and shooting up. So that in that instance, I need to change my settings. My camera should be horizontal, so I rotate it on my tripod. If you don't have this leg like this on my lens, you will have to take it off and put it on your tripod again. And then I have to release the balance that I had before with the leveling. So I'm going to release this here. And this is basically going to be like a handheld shot, but you can lock it in each position. I am going to shoot now at 100 millimeters on the lens, and 3 shots or maybe 4. I will see how it turns out. And let me just see what I've got here. Yeah, okay, this could be nice. So I'm starting here at the bottom. I'm just going to change this setting here a little bit on my tripod, because it feels awkward when you are changing the tripod. You do it with the wrong hand. And yeah, there it is. Tighten this up. And here goes the first one. And the same thing happens here. You focus, you move it up like 1/3 into the image, focus again, and take the shot. And when you're done, you got like 4 shots in this instance. And one more. There you go. So 4 shots will be put into one. And for those of you who are using Instagram, the 4x5 vertical is the most common setting that you can use on Instagram. So this shot is for Instagram. As you can see, the visibility is totally out of the window. There's a snowstorm coming in now, and it's probably going to be snowing for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But I don't see the mountain anymore that I was shooting. And the river and the trees on the other side are a little bit blurry and snow is coming out. So we'll see what we can do with that. I just noticed another composition here down this river. There's a curve in it and the snow is coming in hard now. So I am going to shoot another panorama, which is, this time it is horizontal. So I'm going to start here with a part of the trees, and I'm setting it for, still it's f11, 1/30th of a second, and this might create some lines in the snow because the snow is coming in and it's snowing pretty hard now. So I'm gonna see how it comes out. Maybe it's not working, but it's an interesting test that I'm doing. This might be too much motion in the movement of the snow, but who knows? Maybe it's gonna be an interesting panorama with the snow moving in and creating lines in the air. Maybe I will make a vertical shot also, with a vertical panorama, that is, moving it across, and see which one is better. This will be a higher panorama. The other one is very narrow, very minimalistic. This one has more ground and more sky in. And the last one over here. And I'm going to show you both of them if they work. You can tell me in the comments which one do you like better, the first or the second one. Well, this is all good if you have a good tripod that you can level and make a panorama. But sometimes you just need to jump out of the car, take a quick shot, bring your camera out and make the panorama. And then I would suggest you put on the image stabilization again if you have a lens like this, and trying to make the shutter speed a little bit higher. I'm going to change the ISO to 400 because I'm going to hand hold it, and the f8 and 1 in 400 of a second. And then you need to be panning like this and taking the shots. And I'm also going to take off the 2-second timer, and you just try to brace yourself and try to make it smooth movement. you're always thinking about the 1/3 into the next image, so you can easily put them together. So the conditions are awful now. The snow is coming in my face, and there's not much to see, but I'm just going to hold on. There's snow on my eyepiece, so I cannot see what I'm doing. Well, I'm just going to do it like this and see what this comes out. It's going to be quick panorama. If you practice, you can get it pretty decent, stabilized, and make it look good. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can fix a little bit in Photoshop when you merge them, and just improvise. If you're in that position, you don't have your tripod with you, and just make a quick shot like that. And it might turn out to be a nice picture. I'm going to show you at least what I got, if this is something that can be published. So I'll let you be the judge of it. Here it is. I think I have covered most of the things that you need to think about when you're making a panorama. And it's always about practice. Just going out and doing it, not be afraid of making mistakes, because, well, we all make mistakes sometimes. And just to be clear about it, this is the way I do things, and they might be different from what you used to do or you have seen in other videos. It's always about, you're in a location and you need to just, improvise with what you got. I am making this video here in Iceland. It is January now. It was snowing all morning, and it's still snowing, as you can see, and probably minus 3 degrees or something. It's not really cold, but it's still it's cold. And I hope my friend Arjan Wilmsen makes a good video. He is in Holland, and he is doing the same video. He's making a panorama, talking about how he does it. And we are totally different conditions, of course. In his homeland, he doesn't have snow right now, if I'm correct, and he has mostly flat landscapes. So he might be, he's going to do something interesting for you to look at. So I will be posting this, and I hope you like what you see. You give me a like and thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already following me. We're going to make those videos regularly over the year, and they're going to be about various subjects, just things that you do when you're out photographing, or just using a certain type of lens, or shooting black and white, stuff like that. But this is Panorama, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.